Hey guys, welcome back to Minecraft. There we are. Hey Music Fairy, how are you doing? I'm having a bit of back pain, so if I'm a bit more twitchy tonight than usual, that's why. Okay, let's see. Why do I have ender pearls? Oh, whoops. They can despawn. It's fine. Oh, you remember Snorbert and Snorma? Hello. Is it good exhausted or bad exhausted? Like, were you just busy or are you just tired? I have a pretty hard deadline at 10 PM myself because I have an appointment early tomorrow morning, so it won't be too late. But if you're tired before the end, then go get some Z's. Look at these guys. They're all grown up. They're giants now. Bit of both. Ooh, shoot time, nice. Did you see a lot of cool animals? Or were they all in hiding? I mean, it was pretty good weather yesterday, so I'm gonna sneeze soon. Yikes. Yeah, they got really big. And they actually, they find stuff now. Let's follow this one around. Both of the slots, wow. Oh, there it goes. Good job, good job. They find random plant parts. So I've gotten torch flower seeds and pitcher pots. So I'm guessing we can plant those somewhere. But I haven't tried yet. There were no recipes, so... Sniffer reminds you of Falcor a bit because of the long ears. Yeah, they do have very long ears. Basically dragging over the ground. Sniff, sniff. Hi. Hello? Okay. Wait, are you following me? No, okay. But yeah, I was gonna try planting these because they're digging up around here, so... Can we just grow them? No, I can't place them. Can I place them on the grass? No. On the mud? No. Can I place the seeds? Nope. So where do we grow these? Maybe sand, because we found their eggs in the sand? Let's see. Get some sand. Nope. Okay, so what else have we got? Maybe regular dirt? Because I think out there I have coarse dirt. Nope. Nope. Strange. I have a couple of more I collected off stream, so let's just gather them all. Just in case we mess one up. Gravel? Sounds weird, but who knows? Let's just grab a bit of everything, because maybe it has to do with water or... Oh, wait, maybe we need to till the soil. Let's take some moss as well, just because that's where they find it. So maybe they're like crops and we need to actually use our hoe on the ground before it works. It would be nice to plant them near the sniffers, because it's like their flower, kind of. Hey! Oh! Planting the past. Plant any sniffer seed. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the only thing I'm realizing now is water. These are not watered. So... Oh, I left my equipment just downstairs. I'm just gonna give these temporary water. Wait, has this grown already? Is this bigger than a second ago? I'm not sure. No, I need chicken. No, it seems weird that it's growing that fast, but I thought it only had like the lower branches, but maybe not. At least this is becoming watered, so hopefully that will help. But we're gonna have to think of a different way to solve this, because I don't want to have like water troughs all around. I'm not sure how far away from the... Wait, what is it for farms? One, two, three, four. Maybe five. Wait, what did you do? Wait, where's the villager? What? What? Oh, you're here. Okay. You two are over here. You're there. You're still here. Where did this guy go? And why are the... Minecarts keep breaking. I'm not sure why. Okay, so we're missing a villager somehow. And the crops got ruined, so I'm guessing crops got ruined, zombie spawned, villager killed or something? But there's light here, so there shouldn't be stuff spawning. I don't know what happened. This is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's see if we have a spot. Ooh, this one has grown. It's like a giant beetroot or something. Oh. Thank you. Well done. The flappy ears. So we could do some over here, because it's close enough to the water that it will be watered on its own. And they shouldn't trample it, I think. I'm trying to do just some 2, 3, 4. Some sort of random spots with flowers, like they are just growing here naturally. Let's see if we can make that work. This one is too far away. Yeah, this one is gonna break when they jump off. Okay. Not sure I have enough flowers to do this. Well, there's the answer. I don't. So hopefully these guys find a couple more for us. Yeah, so that's why I don't want random troughs of water, because they'll walk up and it will look very weird with 4 of their 6 legs hanging off the edge. Their hitbox is very strange, so it takes a long time before they actually drop down. Oh, hello. I'm trying to look at your feet. See how it's just floating in the air until the very last second, and then he drops down. Yeah, very cartoonish. Oh, it's actually becoming a sort of pitcher plant. I mean, I guess that makes sense for something that's called a pitcher pot. Interesting. Wait, why is there zombies spawning over there? Did I forget a torch? Okay, should be fine now. I'm actually considering switching back to the weaker rockets because it's very hard to navigate close quarters with these rockets because they're so powerful. Ooh, interesting. Hey, Ladentel. How are you doing? Meet adult Snorbert and Snorma. They've grown up a tiny bit. Yeah, he's a big boy. And they actually sniff around and dig up stuff, so even more to love. They sound a bit more grumpy now, though. But yeah, they dig up flower seeds, so we've just planted these and are watching them grow. And hopefully we'll get to see one of them dig up some more, because it's an interesting animation. Oh, stop sniffing me. And I need a couple more to finish the planting that I'm doing. I expect it to sniff other stuff. It should know my scent by now. Maybe he likes it. Ah, fair enough. No, don't crush the plants, please. Don't crush it. I've made these just for you. Don't destroy it. Yeah, thank you. Interesting question. What? Did I miss something? Oh, sorry, Larentel. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. No. I already tried. Oh, there it goes. Plop. They're so happy when they find something. Their ears all flapping about. Do you actually want this? No. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Larentel. It's easier when there's people talking, I don't know, in turn? How do you say that? Like one person talks and then another person talks, because the chat is color-coded, so then I see different colors popping up. But when one person chats like 4 or 5 times in a row, then it's easy to miss one thing that is being said because it's all the same color. What are you guys doing? Are you... Oh! Oh! Snorma is on the trail. Oh... What have you found? Plof. Oh, flappy ears. No! So proud. Good job. Good job. Ooh, it's becoming a very pretty flower. Wow. Fancy. So is this just a full-grown plant now? I don't think it has changed anymore since the, like, picture has appeared. These look like a sort of bromeliad or something. Looks like a pitcher plant. Yeah, this is called a pitcher pot, or, I mean, the seed was called a pitcher pot, so I guess this is a pitcher plant. And these were called torch flower. But I'm afraid to click them because I don't know if they're fully grown yet. I could try bone mealing them. That usually makes plants grow. Ah, okay. Ah, so this is the final form. Fair enough. Oh. Oh, wow. This is the final form. Okay. Wow. That's a very big picture. I mean, usually pitcher plants try to catch, like, flies and insects. I think this one is looking for bunnies or something. Could swallow you whole, yeah. I mean... close. Okay, so what do we get if we harvest these? A torch flower and a pitcher plant. Which has given us dyes. Okay, well, fair enough, I guess. Not super exciting, but the plants are cool. Can we just place these somewhere now? Ah, oh, so when they're grown, we can just place them everywhere we want. Ah, okay, okay. Ah, that's cool. Because I wanted to give them back to these guys to like make this sort of their biome, but I could only plant them in tilled soil, so that was a bit annoying. But I guess if we just grow them and then harvest them, we can just decorate however we want. That's pretty cool. I might... I might wait until these are all fully grown and then harvest them and turn this back into moss. And grow them somewhere else. And then just place them here to make the place pretty. I think I like that more than the random patches of tilled soil spread it along the coast of the river. Or the coast, the bank of the river. No, you guys just keep sniffing. Well, actually, I can speed this up. Oh, oops, wrong button. Thankfully, we still get the seed back, so not too bad. The only question is, do we make this the sniffer habitat? Because this was originally gonna be like the meadow for the farm animals. So do we change this to be sniffer world? Or do we make this meadow and put the sniffer somewhere else? Or you could have the sniffers coexist with the farm animals, I guess. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Other than the fact that these are contemporary animals and these are like prehistoric animals, but oh well. Sniffer World, I like that. New theme park. The entrance will be a big nose. Oh. Thank you. Proud of you. Oh no. Okay, let's put these away for now. And let's clean up my already messy inventory. We've only been playing for like 20 minutes and it's already a mess. Gravel. I'm not sure how I'm down 2 dirt from all of that, because it feels like we replaced everything the way it was and still I'm missing dirt. That's weird. Okay, cool. And I want to do some redstone today. Because we made a little start on the beehives, but we never finished. So I want to continue experimenting with the beehives. We have 1 bee. I might want more bees. Let's grab some flowers so we can make more bees. And then I think I'm gonna grab one of the hives that is filled with bees, just so we have a little starting supply, I guess. Oh, you're still out and about in the rain? Ah, okay. I figured you guys would all shelter. Wait, are you inside the tree? Okay. You can return. And let's grab this one. Ouch. Also only 1 bee. Why? Three bees. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm trying hard to make it all look pretty. Okay, let's sleep and then we'll try and mess around with the beehives and the redstone, see if we can get that working. Because I was doing some stuff with copper and I very quickly ran into the issue that I didn't have enough honeycomb, so I really want more. But it's a very slow process, so if we can automate it, that would be great. I'm also thinking I might have a use for the allays in combination with the sniffers. So maybe Sniffer World will be the way to go. Because then we can have the sniffers. Hi, Snowball the second. In their own separate area, with the allays helping us collect whatever the sniffers dig up. So I might, yeah, I think I'm gonna move the sniffers to a new area. So we're gonna build Sniffer World somewhere. But for now, we want to mess around with the bees. Let's see. The first thing I actually want to figure out is... last time we were trying with the observer, but it didn't work because... the observer detected a signal when the bees left the hive, which wasn't really helpful. So let's see. Oh, that's facing exactly the wrong way, but sure. Wait, let's get some actual redstone as well. I want to see if it gives a pulse. Actually, we might do this with the light bulb, because then we can actually see the light turn on and off when something happens. So it should turn on now. Yes. Okay, all 3 of the bees have left. And the observer is not detecting anything right now because it's only activated when something changes. So if we harvest the hive, the light should turn off. Yes, okay. So now this has 0 honey and 0 bees. So now I'm wondering, if a bee enters the hive, will the light turn on? Because if the light turns on when a bee enters the hive, then we can't use an observer for this. Okay, so far so good. So now if the bee flies away, what happens then? This is basically the way I figure out redstone, by the way. I just start kind of small and then gradually build up. And hopefully everything still works by the time I have built something big. And sometimes I'm impatient and I just start building, and then halfway through the machine I realize it's not working and I have to start over again. I would like this bee to fly away, to be honest. There's still a bee in there, right? Yeah, 1 bee, okay. I'm not sure what triggers the bees to leave or stay. The other 2 are on a big expedition. Oh, it left? Yeah, the light turns on. Okay. So that brings us back to our conclusion from last time. Yeah, I've got a flower, I'm sorry. So either we can't use observers for this, or we have to make sure somehow that only or that the hive will never be empty. Because when the last bee leaves the hive, it actually sends a signal and triggers. Or is it because of the honey? Honey 1 out of 5. But either way, it doesn't matter if it's the bee or the honey, it doesn't work, because we only want it to send a signal when there's 5 honey. Because can we harvest this? No, we need 5. Okay. So that doesn't work. That's good to know. So then we can do something like this. Do I have a lectern? No. Should really put some lecterns in my redstone chest because they are very useful. Do I have some over here? No. Well, that's annoying. I think I need an ink sac to make a book and quill. Oh, and a feather probably. Yeah, feather. And then we need some slabs, I think. Yes. Redstone gives a signal of a certain strength. So what happens if you have 5 blocks between the hive and the observer? Just thinking what I remember from last time. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So we can't have 5 blocks between the hive and the observer. Or yeah, I mean, I guess we could. So wait, let's build it out. I know where you're going with this. So if we want to detect the output, we need a comparator that will send a signal based on the amount of honey in there. For 5. So right now it's sending a signal strength of 1 because there's only 1 honey in there. So by the time it reaches 5 honey, it should be over here. And then we can put an observer here. But what we want to do is dispenser. So what we're trying to do here is we want to harvest this automatically. So we want something like, oh no, not like this. Give me dirt. And dispenser. You can go away. So we want our shears to be in here basically. And we want to trigger this automatically so it shears the hive and honeycomb will fall out. And we need to power this somehow. So we need a repeater to give it power. Then we need redstone dust and I need more dirt. Or smoothstone. So this is basically the circuit that we want to have. So we have the hive. It has a certain amount of honey. When that certain amount reaches 5, this one will light up. This will send a signal, which will travel all the way over here, activate the dispenser, remove the honey or the honeycomb, depending on if we put shears or empty bottle in here. And then we would have like a dropper or a hopper underneath with a chest or something like that to collect it. But the problem with this is that the observer will send a signal every time this block changes. So when this reaches 5, it will send a signal, but then it will be 0, so this block will change again and will send another signal. So basically it will try to harvest twice every time this fills up. So you heard it click, and then it clicks again. So basically the hive is empty now. This is a full hive. It gets harvested. Empty hive gets harvested again. So what I was gonna do with the lectern is basically the same system, but like 3 times as small. Is that a problem though if there's nothing to harvest the second time? I think it still uses up the durability of the shear. So this will break faster. I'm not 100% sure though. And this takes up a whole lot of space, which is not very useful if we want to make like a big automated system. But what we can do with the lecterns, so the comparator does what its name suggests. So I'm gonna put a repeater behind it right now. And the repeater always makes the signal strength 15 strong, I think. Because if we don't do that, the signal strength is only 1 and will be hard to reach anything, right? But the comparator only sends out this signal if its input matches its side input. And its side input is basically what it compares it to. So right now you see one line lit up. What we can do is actually generate a signal here. What you see now is this detects a signal, which turns off that one because this signal is smaller than this signal. And we should be able to manipulate this. So this should now give a signal strength of 5, which it doesn't for some reason. Why? Why is page... Oh, page 2? Wait, what? Oh, I thought it was on page 5. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if we get a 1 from the side and a 1 from the actual block, it will send out 1 because it fits. But with 2, it won't put out anything because the hive is less strong than what we're telling it should be looking for, if that makes sense. So if we put this on 5, nothing will happen here until the honey block is full. And what we can do with that is that we put a repeater here. So now this will only trigger when a signal strength of 5 is coming out of the hive. Which is going to be hard to demonstrate if there's no bees around. And I'm actually thinking with the size this is becoming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This works the same. We don't actually need the side input because this signal is 5 redstone long, so it works without any extra tools. Oh well. So are there any bees left? No. Okay. That's why it's so quiet here. Where did the bees go? Did they just despawn? Did they fly back all the way to their previous home? Ouch. Okay, so which one of you? This one is full of honey. Only one bee though. I want more. Three bees. Okay, so if we place this one, it should get harvested automatically. Because this one is full, so signal strength of 5 activates the dispenser. There we go. And then it turns off because there's nothing in there. Simplest solutions are always the best. Like real bees, they don't like a place they leave. Yeah, fair enough. Now the only question is... Or maybe not the only question, but a question I still have is... can we make this even smaller? And how do we keep the bees from disappearing? We could... Okay, so there's a couple of things we could do. We could be very, very benevolent overlord. And just plant like 5 flowers and build a box around this so the bees can never leave. That would work. That would be very, very efficient. The other thing we could do, and I'm actually tempted to go with my second solution, which might surprise you guys. Wait, did the second villager disappear? Oh no, he was just not in render distance. Okay. Wait, what? Why is the sleeping villager... That's weird. Are sleeping villagers not simulated? To save resources? That's interesting. Because I can still see them. But the one sleeping disappears when I walk back. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm curious, if he wakes up, does he just pop into view? I'm not sure what time they wake up. I'm gonna wait for him to wake up because now I'm curious. Yeah, they just pop into view. Okay, interesting. So the second the villagers go to sleep, the game stops simulating them to save on resources. That's pretty clever. Because they're not moving or doing anything, so you might as well just save on some processing power. Cool, okay. More B1 flower. Yeah, so this would work. But what I'm thinking is, what might be cool, and is also already giving me a headache thinking about the supplies I need, but man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, I guess. We could build a sort of greenhouse. Like a beekeeper's greenhouse. So we build like, I don't know, Victorian style, like a big glass arched roof. And then put like a little walkway through the middle and all kinds of like tropical plants and a lot of flowers, and then we put the beehives just along the sides of the greenhouse. So the bees can fly around in the greenhouse, but they won't be able to actually get out of the greenhouse. And then we can just harvest all the honey and honeycomb we want. Mini Eden project? Yeah, something like that. Because that would also allow... Ooh, will it though? I was gonna say that will allow me to hide the redstone. I'm curious, if we put a comparator here, will that... No, this is a signal strength of 1, that's 0. So the block beneath is not benefiting from the block above. So how can we... It is a lot quicker when the flowers are close by. That's a benefit. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to power this contraption without going out of the side. Oh, actually, there might be... Wait, if we remove these... And let's just give myself some wiggle room. We detect signal here. We place block here. Oh. Then we... We power this block like this. This one goes this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we place one here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I created an infinite loop. Because this repeater is powering this block with so much power that this one is now always turned on. Oh wait, no, it's actually powering this directly. Oh. Interesting. So what if we power this block? Will that activate the dispenser? But then we get in trouble with these ones connecting. I mean, I could power this from the side, but then we still haven't hidden the redstone. We've just made it more complicated. What happens if I do this? Oh, this doesn't connect downwards. Oh, so this just works. Okay. So then we just have to go 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, this will connect. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're getting into this might be easier with a lectern territory. Because then we can do... Yeah, so the contraption as a whole has become larger. But if we make like a pretty contraption structure thingamajig over here, we won't see much. I mean, we will see the dispenser, but I don't think there's a way around that. Unless we... No, I was gonna say we put the dispenser on the bottom, but we need a hopper on the bottom, so that won't work. So... Plop. I think we will always see some redstone, because we either see the dispenser on top, or if we put the dispenser behind it, we'd have to put the comparator off to the sides, so you would see the comparator. And I think the dispenser is easier to hide than a comparator, because it's just like brick wall. And the comparator is like a weird red glowing thingy, so... I think this might be the way to go. And then of course we won't use these blocks, but we will use something pretty with lots of bushes and plants and flowers and stuff. Yeah, you'd rather have this than the Benevolent Overlord version? I mean... We could still just go with this. That would be fine as well, right? Solved it. We could make it glass. They can have a little daylight. But yeah, I think this works. So now we only have to decide how many beehives we want and where we're gonna build this thing. Bit too high. We could build it here. There's not a lot of room on this side because we have the giant wheat farm over here. And there's a little bit of room over here, but I think that's too small to build a greenhouse. And it also doesn't feel sensible to build a greenhouse right on the bank of a river. So maybe somewhere over here would be a good spot. between the farms and our animals. I might have to cut back this corner, because if we cut this back, like somewhere over here, we get a pretty nice level surface over here, which could be a little greenhouse. I want it kind of close to the base so that it will keep working when we are working in the base. So that we'll just keep producing honey and honeycomb without me having to like do an entire AFK session inside of that building. What do we have on this side? We have... Yeah, we only have a tiny spot over here, so then it would be like a really small greenhouse. There's not much space over there either. Wait, is there a creeper over there? Why is there a creeper over there? Okay, I really need to go over my entire base and check the lighting again when I keep getting weird stuff spawning. Yeah, because otherwise we'll have to put it somewhere in the village, and I don't think it really fits the vibe of the village if we build a greenhouse somewhere in the middle of it. And it will be too far away, so it won't actually be... I think the mob farm in the church is about the edge of what is actually simulated when we are in the base. So the mob farm is always working, which is a problem in and of its own, because I can't keep up with the amount of drops it is producing. Yeah, so I think we're gonna put it over here. Let me do a tiny bit of terraforming just to see sort of the shape of where it will go. There's this curve. We cut it off like right here. Something like that. And let's put the torch back. Something like that. Gonna have to shape that up a little nicer, but it will do for now. But that gives us a pretty big space for a greenhouse. So we could have this path, which ends in the sort of meadow over here. We could have it make another turn this way. And then we'll have like a path somewhere over here, just sort of meandering through the greenhouse, and then exit over here and would continue on its way into the world. So the greenhouse will be something like, I don't know. Oh, this might be a bit too wide. Maybe over here? Maybe I'm thinking too big. If you walk in through here, I mean, I think I'm gonna curve the path more to make use of the white space. And we're gonna have to put that redstone somewhere inside the wall as well, so how big is that? So assuming we have the beehive in the wall or maybe just in front of the wall. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 will be the outside. Because no, you don't want this visible from the outside, so this is gonna be the outside wall. So 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Of basically wasted space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we have some on this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so this is the space that remains for actual making prettying and flowers and stuff. So I don't think we should go smaller than this because, yeah, the bees aren't very small and they will be buzzing around here as well, so... Actually, I might have to go wider. Maybe I'll cut this corner even more and make it like 2 or 3 spaces wider in this direction. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that will give us a bit more breathing room, because otherwise it's gonna feel very cramped, I'm afraid. Because this is gonna be 2, probably 3 high before we begin with glass. Just because this is gonna be the dispenser, right? So we need to hide that a bit. So I think this is a nice width. Okay. But we're not gonna build that right now. Because there's actually something else I want to experiment with in the redstone department. Let's put those in there for now. Actually, let's grab my shears out of here before they are destroyed. My fancy enchanted shears. Okay, let's clean this up for now. Actually, let's just keep some shears in here because... Oh no, it's not going anywhere. I was gonna say it will just produce some more for us, which is fine as long as we're doing other stuff, but I guess that's not really useful. Oh wait, we need that block. Whoops. Okay, let's make this functional really quickly just for now. So we'll put a chest over here, and then I can't see what I'm doing. We'll put a hopper over here. And now hopefully it will end up in the hopper and in the chest. But we'll see what happens. We'll leave this over here for now. Okay, let's clean up my inventory a little bit again. Because I was doing a lot of building with moss, and I realized that I'm running out of moss very, very, very quickly. And I actually had to gather moss like 5 or 6 more times than I expected. So I want to try and automate moss. And we're not going to be able to completely automate that right now, but I want to make a start with it at least. Where do I keep scutes? Are they in here? No. Then, oh wait, in the animal drops, of course. Okay, but before we get into that, I'm gonna take a quick break. So I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes, and then we'll try to get some moss on the go. Okay. So, moss. Basically what I want to create is something like this. So I don't know if you guys remember this one. We built this a very long time ago, but this makes, or it doesn't make flowers, but it harvests flowers automatically. Is there still bone meal in here? Yeah. So the bone meal spawns flowers, and because the blocks are pushed back and forth, the flowers break and we can collect them. And I'm hoping to do something similar with moss. But the problem is that moss grows a little differently. So we're gonna have to figure out something else as well. And okay, let's start with some sort of basics again. So the easiest way to make moss I discovered is it's still using bone meal. But moss doesn't just... It doesn't spawn like flowers or anything. It spawns more moss when you bone meal it. But it spreads to nearby blocks. And what I want to know... I know it spreads to stone, but I'm not sure if it spreads to cobblestone. So we're gonna test that. And actually we're gonna sleep first, because I don't want to be bothered by phantoms. So I actually used this method to break down a mountain, because it's way quicker to harvest moss than it is to harvest stone. So that mountaintop was like this high, and I just made it moss, harvested the moss, next layer, made it moss, harvested the moss, made moss, harvest moss, made moss, harvest moss, and that was way quicker than mining it. Where are we gonna build this? Do I have room in the basement? Not really. Oh no. Am I gonna... What are you doing here? I might have to expand the basement. Oh no. Add another floor down. Okay, let's just build a sort of temporary redstone testing site for this. No, the basement not large enough. I know, it's a shock. I'm not sure how much space I'm gonna need for this, but let's see how we'll do over here. Okay, let's try cobblestone first. Actually, let's try stone first, because I know stone works, and then we can figure out what the exact mechanic is. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How much room do we have over here? I don't want to mess up my farm, so... Did I not bring enough okay. Whoops. I need... Wait. You're full. Why no worky? That was weird. Oh, it did end up in the chest. Okay, that's nice. Maybe that was just a hiccup because it was installed for the first time or something. I'm just gonna say it will be fine. Okay, let's grab a bunch more stone and a bunch more cobblestone. Thank you. I mean, the alternative is that I'm gonna say it's not working because I did something wrong, so... I'd rather tell myself it's fine. Famous last words. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sure if that's enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it spreads 5. We'll see. So if you bone meal moss, this is what happens. It spreads around. Oh wait, I made it way too big. Okay, fair enough. So it actually converts the stone into moss. Curious to see the greenhouse next time. I applaud your optimism. It's not gonna be finished next time. Actually, next time will be the next update with all the baby animals. So I think next stream might be delayed a bit, but then we'll have a look at all the cute baby animals. But thanks for being here and sleep well. Yeah, it will be fun. All the cute babies. Okay, so now the question is, does this also work on cobblestone? No, actually, it might work better if the block in the center is moss. And not the one on top. No, it doesn't work on cobblestone. Okay, that's annoying. It did spread further out though, so definitely worth it to put it on the ground. Okay, so that is a little bit of a shame. Works on grass as well. Yeah, I know, but what I'm trying to do here won't work with dirt or grass. Because the problem is the machine I showed earlier with the dirt moving back and forth, that only works because the dirt stays in place. But with the moss, the stone is actually converted into moss, and the moss is what we want to harvest. So if we put dirt here, then the dirt becomes moss, which is fine. But then we harvest the moss, and we somehow need to replace these blocks. And we could keep doing this manually, but that will take forever and ever and ever. So I want to make a machine for this. Oh, that was a nice one. But we can't make dirt in a machine, so we can't use dirt for this. What we can make is stone. Or at least I think we can. We should be able to. Let's trim this down a little bit because I went way too big. And that's why I was hoping it would work with cobblestone, because I know how to make cobblestone. So this is the center block. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, so it could spread to 3 potentially. I haven't seen it spread 4. So this row has to stay. This 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we need one more row on this edge just to be safe. So now we'll always have a border of stone around the moss, so we won't lose our stone. But now what I want to try... okay, before we try and make stone, let's figure out if the harvesting of this actually works. So what I'm thinking is similar to the other machine. Does this work? No, it has to be the other way around. Ugh. I'm hoping if we push this back and forth, it will drop the moss. And probably also the stone, but if we can make more stone, then that doesn't matter. And this redstone is gonna break because it's on top of the pistons, but for this small test it doesn't really matter. Because we just want to activate it once to see what happens. And we're gonna need some repeaters actually, because this line is way too long, so... and then we'll grab a button. What? Oh, wait, I didn't leave an empty space. Whoops. Also... because it broke, these all didn't activate. Okay. Let's... I don't want to move this back because that's my farm. So let's give this one an empty space. And then... how are we gonna activate it if it breaks? I need more room. Ah, crap. Okay, wait, let's... oh, that doesn't work. I was doing better with the bees. Okay, so those should now all activate. Yes. And now we need to activate these, but we can't because the farm is in the way. Okay, the farm will have to go for a minute or two. I can't place anything on this because it's tilled soil. Yeah, I might have to start working on that bigger basement because this is not the way to do it. Ah. Okay, so if they push at the same time... moss gets broken, but stone gets pushed? Did I see that correctly? Yes. Because you see there's an empty space in here now, so... what if we push it only one direction? So that's that direction. That's that direction. Wait, I want to see this. So this should not... this should give us a gap on this side because this moss will break. Yes. Okay, so moss breaks and stone doesn't. Which is weird, to say the least. So the lines with stone actually pushed back the pistons. And the lines with moss broke, so those pistons remained in place. This might be more complicated than I was hoping for. Oh, hello. Which is the middle one? One... no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So is this the middle one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Sound very intelligent in my last few... oh! No idea, no clue how to help you here. That's fine. Just keep me company while I break my brain. Okay, so how do you spread? One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it spreads more to the north and the south than it does to the east and the west. That's interesting. So it spreads 3 blocks north, 3 blocks south, but only 2 blocks east and west. Weird. Okay, so the outer 2 layers have to go because they'll just be pushing each other around, which is not useful. I'm your ASMR channel? Okay. I don't feel very ASMR. I feel like there's a bunch of weird stuff going on, but not ASMR. Oh, hello. Wait, why are you all spawning in my wheat field? Oh no, is there a broken wheat again? Oh. I think I have, like, mob-proofed... Was he carrying wheat? Yeah, he probably fell on some wheat somewhere. But I think I've mob-proofed, like, 600 blocks around my entire base, and still they keep finding ways to destroy my wheat and spawn zombies. It's very annoying. I might have to resort to lighting up the entire wheat field, but I was avoiding that because I wanted to look dark at night instead of all lit up. Okay, so this should now just give us moss without moving pistons. Yes. Why am I not? Oh, my inventory is full. You can go, you can go, you can go, you can go. You can go. Okay, so this system works. That's good. So now we need, like, a dispenser. Can we... Will this work? No, it's the wrong way around. I keep forgetting that they point... It's like pistons point towards you, dispensers point away from you. It's always the other way around than I think it will be. So if we put bone meal in there, and then we do redstone. No, that's not gonna work. Oh, on the same button. Is that gonna work? It didn't do anything, I think. No, it still has 64 bone meal. So, is this like maximum moss capacity, or...? Or does it need to be on top of the block? Or underneath, like I did in the basement. Maybe we need to put it underneath. Yeah, this is not working. Okay. Oh, what we might need... Oh, wait. No, this is smart. This is smart. What we need here is a piston. Because... Can I... Aha. Because if we bone meal this and a bush spawns on here, we can't bone meal it again. So we need the piston to destroy the bush so we can bone meal this again. And if it doesn't spawn a bush, then the piston just does nothing, which is fine. So we need to go underneath. Oh, that's my basement ceiling. That's dangerous. Bone meal in here. And we put repeater here. And I'm gonna hook that up to a different button because I'm not sure how this will work. Fall over. Okay, so this will make more moss. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, wait. This made way more moss than it did before. How does that work? What? So bone mealing from below is more effective than bone mealing from above? Why are you like this game? But yeah, that's tricky because if it spreads too far, then the whole system breaks. So it does need to be bigger than we built it just now. Okay, so if we press this button, we should get moss, and this piston should break that block. So it's ready for more bone mealing, yes. And we lose these blocks because we get moss. So we add new blocks, we bone meal. We get more moss. We press it together. We need new stone. We bone meal. We smush. We add stone. Bone meal. Smush. Okay, so this is basically the system we need. But it needs to be one row wider in this direction as well, which doesn't fit anymore because of my redstone. I think the width is fine. I don't think this became moss. I think this always stayed stone, right? Yes. So it spreads 1, 2, 3 blocks that way, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, now it does just a 3 by 3. Okay. So it is a 3x3 area unless you bone meal it from below, because then it's a 2x3 area. Or above, I mean. Unless the dispenser is just more powerful than me bone mealing by hand or something. Okay, so this is the basic machine we need, but now the hard part. We need to make stone. So... how? I'm gonna put all of this back for now. Let's take this with us. And I'm gonna empty my inventory a little bit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we should be able to make stone because I've seen places in the world where it looks like stone was made naturally, so to speak. Where, for example, lava flows into the ocean and stuff like that. And we know we can make cobblestone with lava and water, so I'm assuming we can do the same with like regular stone. But the question is, what combination of lava and water do we need? Oh wait, I need to put back those torches if I'm not gonna be there working, because otherwise we're gonna get more zombies. No, you're blocking the sun. Something like that, I'm not sure. Let's hope that works. Okay, so we're gonna build a little testing setup in the basement, I think. And I need... do I have a bunch of buckets? I thought I had a bunch of buckets. That's not a bunch of buckets, that's 2. Hey, oh, okay, that's fine. That is a bunch of buckets. Water. Let's do it over here, why not? Don't need an ender chest, I need smooth stone. Because I don't want to risk any fire, so... Okay, so we know that if we put water on this side, and... oh, that's not a lot of room, whoops. And lava on this side, we should get cobblestone in the middle. Seriously, did I put it? Oh, okay. I'm so good at Minecraft. Yes, okay, so flowing lava meeting flowing water gives cobblestone. So if we could make this into moss, this would be easy. But we can't turn that into moss, so that's a shame. What if lava meets a full block of water? Ah, still cobblestone on the lava side. Interesting. And we know if we put water on top of the lava, we get obsidian. Oh, I put it in the lava. Whoops. Let's do this. Yeah, so that gives obsidian. So what if we put lava on top of water? Maybe that is the solution here. So we have water. And I'm scared of lava. I'm not sure where it's gonna flow. If we put lava on top. Yes! That makes stone. Okay. That's good to know. But it did remove the water block, which is not convenient. So what if... What if we do this? We hide the water. Let's just make this all source blocks. Okay, water is hidden. You just missed it. Oh, Larintel. It's lava on top of water. My big eureka moment, and you missed it. So, lava meeting water is cobblestone. Water on top of lava is obsidian. Lava on top of water is stone. But it removed the water. So now I'm testing if we hide the water. And we put lava on top. Then we get stone. And more stone. And more stone. And then it dries up because it's all stone. But then if we remove this stone... Please stop flowing. Please stop flowing. Thank you. There should still be water. Yes. So we need a way to... We need a way to add the lava on top of the water. And then push away the stone blocks. So that more stone blocks can be made. And then those stone blocks get added to the moss farm. So how do we push away the stone blocks? I would say, oh wait, we can, oh wait. I'm making this harder than it has to be, I think. Because the water source doesn't have to be here, the water source can be here. Because it flows for a way longer distance than the lava does. And then we can put pistons in those little corners. And let's just grab... Oh, I don't have a bunch of pistons. Okay. Let's grab my redstone chest. And let's grab 3 pistons and 3 repeaters. And some redstone dust. Oh, I don't actually need repeaters here because I can just power them from above. And then we remove the smooth stone. No, it's not necessary. It can just be pushed out of the way. Methinks. Yes, this should be fine. So we need a button. Button. And then we put the lava back in. Oh, wait, no, this doesn't work. Oh, crap. Because the second that first stone is made, all the water disappears. So that oh, whoops. So that works for getting the stone out, but how do we turn all of these into stone? What happens if I make the lava flow up against the water current? So let's say we put lava here. Yes. Because then it won't reach the water block where it's flowing from. Oh, I made it one too short. Okay. And now if I press the button... Yes, okay. Yes, queen. So now I should be able to put lava in here. Slay. No, this doesn't work. Oh, crap. Because the lava is on top of it, the first block immediately becomes stone. So these ones are still not getting new water and are not stonified. We're only making the first one. Ah, crap. Oh wait, we did make more in that one. Wait, what? We also made cobblestone somehow. How did that happen? So sometimes it makes 3 and sometimes it only makes 1. Why? Oh wait, the piston can't push this away anymore, so nothing is happening. Oh, ouch. That was silly. Okay, so there is something here, but I'm not quite getting it. So we need the lava to take more time to get to the water, so the water has time to flow, to like fill the channel before the lava turns it into stone. So what if we... Whoops. I'm also keenly aware of the fact that it is actually 10 PM and I need to quit, but this is too interesting to stop. What if we put lava here? I'm not sure which direction it flows first. Oh, now it's behaving really weird. Okay, so that is not the solution. Yeah, it's still mainly doing the first one. This is so confusing. Didn't dare to say anything about the time. Yeah, I need to quit as well. I have to get up early. So I guess we'll leave it here at this very unsatisfying point in my stone conundrum, or my moss conundrum, or my redstone conundrum, whatever. And I guess I will break my brain on this more off stream or something. Or I might start building the greenhouse depending on my mood. But yeah, either way, we might work more on this next time, or I might present you with a working system. We'll see how it goes. It also depends on how fast the mods update, because I think the new update drops on Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm not sure. So it might be a while before all the mods are updated, so I'm not sure if I will stream next week. Depends on which mods are updated and which are not, so yeah, we'll see. You guys will see it when it happens, I guess. But yeah, that will be it for now, so thank you for hanging out. Have a good night, sleep well, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.